Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Pemberton. I'm a candidate for Randolph Town Council at large. I'm running, it's going to be on November 7th. You can vote up to 5 candidates, but I'm asking that you make me one of them. So, my family has been in Randolph for a very long time. We've been in Randolph since the 1800s, and we've had our house that we currently live in since 1906. I'm 20 years old, and if elected, I would be the youngest town councilor ever elected in the history of Randolph, and I'm trying to bring a unique perspective to the town council. So, first, starting with my platform, I have 3 main issues, but my entire platform is on my website, andrewforcouncil.com, on the platform page. You can also go to the About section and learn about me more personally and my political experience. But going into my platform, my top 3 issues are housing, education, and transportation. So, starting with housing, talking to residents in Randolph, the main issue I hear about is in regards to trash management, especially trash management when it comes to the apartment complexes and rented out houses across Randolph. So the apartment complexes are owned by pretty big companies. Waterton Management, the owners of Rosemont Square, are worth $9 billion, yet they are receiving countless complaints for never taking out their trash and never maintaining their property properly. Despite many investigations and many going to court, nothing ever seems to come out of it. And that's mainly due to town leadership not pushing hard enough against these companies. They do apply fines to them, but they're very low. Waterton Management, in particular, again, worth $9 billion, but receives fines as low as $100, which is obviously nothing for a large corporation like that. In fact, they probably save money taking the fines rather than actually properly maintaining their apartment complexes. And if you go on WikiLocal, you can look up Randolph housing and you can find articles detailing this from the Patriot Ledger regarding the complexes and the conditions that tenants go through. And the apartment complex managers ended up fining tenants $100 every time they left trash outside the dumpster when the dumpsters were overflowing and had no space. So those fines that the town council ended up giving to the apartment complexes ended up just going out of the tenants' pockets instead. How do we fix this? Well, first of all, we need to implement a graduated fine system. A graduated fine system would be based off income and repeated offenses. So, let's say you have a large corporation, they're going to be paying more of a base fine than a small time landlord. They're not going to be paying a flat fee. They should be paying more because they have more resources and it's more egregious when they make errors like this. So they will be paying a higher base fine, and then for every repeated offense, they will be paying a higher amount. That's where you have to hit them. You have to hit them where it hurts, and that's financially. And then they will continue. Then they will start to treat their tenants better. Then they will start to care about diminishing property value through never taking out their trash. Then they'll care about the pest issues and the health issues and the hazards. Second of all, we have to go into sanitary code. Right now, Randolph relies on the Massachusetts State Sanitary Code. I believe that we should have a local sanitary code because I think Randolph needs to be a bastion when it comes to how we take care of our properties and how we take care of our tenants, and when it comes to our health standards. We should make a sanitary code that abides by the state code, but also is stricter and is going to hold these corporations accountable. Going into my second top issue, which is education. Our schools take up half the town budget, yet are still falling apart. You have ceiling panels coming off. There's news articles talking about this again on WikiLocal, where you can read yourself, where some of the bathrooms are just closed down. Half the school bathrooms are closed down at given points because of pipes bursting. And that has led to long wait times, 15 to 20 minutes sometimes, for students to actually use the bathroom. That's unforgivable. And I think we need to have better auditing of where taxpayer money is actually going. We need to have third-party audits, and we need reports sent to residents so we can be more transparent so they know where their money's actually going. We also need to be expanding extracurricular programs and investing more in our schools in regards to arts, video production, and other types of programs. When it comes to transportation, Randolph, we're lucky that some parts of our town are actually quite walkable compared to other suburbs, but it's still not great. There are still many parts of town that are missing sidewalks that aren't very safe, And we need to be filling those sidewalks. We need to be making more walking paths. We need to make it easier for people to bike in this town. We also need to be lowering how much we depend on cars. Someone doesn't, someone must be able to walk 15 minutes in any direction and be able to get to a necessity. They don't have to have a car. That's what we need to strive for. We need to be less on car dependency. There are many people, especially in the apartment complexes, that would like to walk or would like to take a bus, that wouldn't want to spend thousands of dollars on a car every year when it comes to gas, maintaining, and buying a car. And that's not really an option in some parts of town. There are parts of town where you're a mile away from the nearest bus stop. And I think that's quite egregious. That's why I support the shuttle bus. And I actually do have a plan to pay for it. There are about 6 methods that we can pay for it that are going to be detailed on my website soon, andrewforcouncil.com. Some of them include grants. Some of them include we want to be a fare free bus, but some of it include a bus registration system where non-residents can use the bus, but they would have to pay a fare. Some of them include being part of the Brockton Transportation Authority to help pay for it. And some other plans come to a negotiation with the apartment managers, the apartment complex managers, to pay their fair share for how much their tenants use the bus service. There are many ways we can pay for this without actually raising taxes on our residents, and we're going to detail that soon on our website in the coming days. Thank you so much. I think I'm going to be running out of time soon, but you can go to andrewforcouncil.com to look at my platform. You can also request a yard sign or contribute in other ways. Thank you.